Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like owning a 987 Cayman S with over 100,000 miles on it. Some of the things that I'm going to be talking about is some of the maintenance that goes into owning a car like this, some of the things that didn't age very well on this car, and then just my overall thoughts and experience owning this car. So just to give a little overview, I bought this car in the beginning of last summer, and I bought it with just about 100,000 miles already on it. And now it has 110,000 miles on it, and it is almost the beginning of the next summer. So I've owned this car for just about a year, and I've almost put about 10K miles on it or so. Yeah, so it just randomly started downpouring, and now it's not raining at all. So, gotta love New Jersey weather.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But just to go over some of the regular maintenance that I do, oil changes, I like to do every 4K or so, just because of how high the mileage is. I'm just trying to protect the engine just as much as I possibly can, because I'm trying to preserve it, obviously, as long as I can get out of it. So it takes 0W40 liquid moly. Love that oil. It does really good stuff. I also added Ceratec in, and that also seemed to make the car actually burn a little less oil, which is really good. So now I don't need to fill it up as frequently. With that being said, it also does burn a little bit of oil. So if I'm taking it out for a long drive or something, I'll just make sure to top off a little bit of oil. I'm not all that concerned about the oil consumption, just because it is an 18-year-old car, so some oil being burnt is kind of to be expected. So always having some extra oil on hand is always a good thing. So I'm pretty sure the car calls for just about 8 quarts of oil. Like I said, I do that every 3 to 4K or so. I add the liquid moly Ceratec in every once in a while. I also replace the crush washer and the drain plug pretty much every time, just to keep up on that too, because the car does call for that every oil change, so I'm gonna do it. Next, we'll talk about the coil packs and spark plugs. So I bought the car, the dude right before me just replaced the coil packs but didn't replace the spark plugs. So I changed the spark plugs. They looked all right, but those spark plugs that I put in are performance ones. They're a little bit colder, and they seem to make the car actually spark really, really good, better than the other ones did. So those are called for replacement every 20K or so. So next time that I do the spark plugs, I'll probably just end up doing the coil packs too. So the air filter is another thing that's pretty big for maintenance on this car. When I checked the air filter, when I first got the car, I was looking at getting a high flow one, which I have a high flow in now, and the throttle response definitely increased. But the OEM one was really dirty and really clogged up, and it goes into the vent right on this side, and it was really dirty. And after I cleaned it and put the new one in, it felt way better. So making sure that the air filter is always clean is a huge thing of maintenance on this car. And the last basic maintenance thing I'm going to talk about is the brakes. Surprisingly, for how big the brakes are, they actually don't wear that quick, to be honest. I haven't even needed to touch the rotors, the calipers, or the brake pads, and they still have plenty of life on them. And like I said, I haven't touched them in the past 10K that I've been driving them. So if that says something, I don't know what will. So now I'm going to talk about some of the things that didn't age very well on this car. And the first thing are the vents. As you can see, they're cracked all throughout the vent, and they just didn't hold up well. It might be sun damage, I'm not too sure. But the paint on the side vents are not really good for aging, or at least sitting in the sun. Another thing that I don't think aged very well on this car are the taillights. I don't think they necessarily look that bad, and I do understand, like I said, it is an 18-year-old car, but they're just a little too, they're just not modernized, and I think that's what I don't like about them, and I do plan on doing something about it. Like I said, they don't look all that bad. I can really appreciate the way they look on the car right now, but compared to all the other German cars right now and their taillights and their technology with all that, I just don't think it's holding up to today's standards very well. Besides that, on the exterior, I don't think anything besides those two things really aged poorly. But what I do think did age pretty poorly is the interior. So all the actual leather and stuff in the interior, like on the seats, here, shift knob got a little worn down, but even the steering wheel are all in pretty good condition. Even the sound system holds up to pretty much today's standards of what speakers are at. I think these speakers are really unbelievable for how old this car really is. Obviously, one big thing is the infotainment. There really isn't one. It's just a normal radio. Obviously, that didn't age very well, but it also is a 2007, so this is kind of with the times. And I'm not sure if you can consider this aging poorly or not, but these cup holders are definitely an older style, and I actually do really like them. I think it's very unique and kind of cool, and I've never seen any that were broken or anything like BMW's like cup holders where you push them and they pop out. But I definitely think it would be like nicer to have just like a cup holder here or something. But I do really like the uniqueness of these types of cup holders. As far as the trunk goes, the only thing that didn't age very well is the fact that this got kind of bleached onto the carpet here, probably from some damage from the previous owner, because I was the one who tinted these windows, and I kind of did it to prevent that. But I mean, obviously there's some wear on the chrome here and stuff, but I mean, besides that, it's pretty mint back here. So my overall thoughts are honestly a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
This car is so much fun to drive. I love driving it every day. Every day I get in it and I start it up and go, it just feels like a really tight sports car, and that's exactly what I was looking for with this car. Now, I will be honest, if you're looking for a car that has some crazy performance and an engine you can, build up some crazy amount of horsepower with, this is definitely not the car that you're going to want to get for this. This is mostly a very well-handling and very balanced car that people, take on the track or hit some really twisty back roads on. And I mean, that's what I like to do in this car. And I feel like that's really the main purpose of why they built it in the first place with the mid-engine. So if you're looking for a car that just handles absolutely beautifully, this is definitely the car you're going to want to go with for the price point. Now, also saying that, I have only owned this car for a year, so I still probably have a lot more experience to go, and I plan on putting way more mods cosmetically, some performance, a lot more dialed in with the handling of this car, but I have a lot more coming for this car. Another kind of cool thing to add is I just did a full diagnostic scan on the car, and 0 codes popped up. Absolutely nothing popped up out of all of the things it was scanning. And it really does surprise me considering how old it is. And, obviously it's a German car and they're known to have, older German cars have to have problems or whatever. And, this thing has just never disappointed me. Obviously, if you guys have any input, opinions on the car, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.